Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Allison with She Gets Real. Day 2, tip 2 on how to double your tips after COVID. Yesterday we talked about how everyone says leave your personal life at home, and I disagree. So yesterday's video was about be you, be authentic, bring yourself to work, show up, and relate to your customers. Today I'm going to talk about hustle. Oh my God. Pretty sure there's quite a few people that have never heard the word, don't know the meaning of it. But in my opinion, when I ran restaurants, I hustled, and when I cleaned restaurants, I hustle. I think you cannot sleep on the hustle. And I'll tell you why. It affects everything from the obvious, which is your coworkers. When I walk into work, the very first thing I do is see what we need for where we're at on the day. Let's say it's a Friday. I know we're going to need this much done, this done, this done, this done. Now, there's a selfish part of it because I want to be set up for success. In order for me to succeed, I have to not be running around like a crazy woman. 2, I'm going to run around like a crazy woman because every time somebody needs something, every time I need something, every time they ask for hands at the pass to carry out hot food, I have this deep-seated sick need to do it, which means my tables, my people, or my stuff suffers. So the better we're set up for success, the better stuff is ready to go, the less I have to move when I'm doing that. And I think, first of all, I think if you're not set up to succeed, you're set up to fail. And more oftentimes than not, when I walk in, and I know that I probably have the same mentality everybody does, but it's almost like, how did this place survive before I got here? You know, that whole thing. But, you know, sometimes we see things other people don't see. Some people are lazy. Some people don't care. And some people know everybody else will do it. So at the end of the day, I'm the one who's going to suffer. My customer's going to suffer. And ultimately, it's all about the customer. So first thing I do when I get to work is look around, see what needs to be done, kind of plan the day so I know how much of what needs to be done and get it done. And it's not just about hustle behind the line. It's not hustle anywhere. It's not hustle so your bosses will think you're great. And it's not even hustle so your coworkers will think you're great. Because 9 times out of 10, it ain't going to work. But in the dining room, I hustle. I never, ever move slowly. Hence, I fell on my rear end the other day because I'm always running. And I'm constantly eyeing what it is I can do to make the most of every movement I make. And for example, when I go out and I carry something to the table, on my way back, and if you're a server, it's usually in your blood. I just have those eyes where I'm like scanning the corners and, you know, picking up things off tables. You should never go back to a kitchen empty-handed. You should always be carrying something. We should always be pre-bussing. You should always be table trashing and you know, you don't have to talk. You don't have to interrupt the table. It's just a time to pull the trash and move forward. So I think from the time I walk in the door till the time I leave, you know, I really, really try. Now, don't get me wrong. I have days where I get to work and I am absolutely not one to be there, or I've had a really, really, really bad day. And there are days where I've barely moved at work. I'm no different than any other person. The difference is I just really try to make the most of every ounce of time I have at work and make myself efficient. So anytime I'm walking out to the dining room, my number one focus is getting to the guest and what I need to be doing. And anytime I'm walking back to the kitchen from the dining room, I try to have something in my hands, whether it be a dish from my table. 90% of the time, it's not from my table. But it doesn't matter whose table it's from. The dining room looks cleaner. The tables look cleaner. There's less to do later if someone leaves and their side work's not done. And the customer sees it. The customer sees your hustle. It affects your tips. I guarantee it. I have had many customers say to me, girl, you never stop, or you're always on it, and you're always this, and this, and this, and this. It makes a difference. They know you're a hard worker. They see that you're a team player. And at the end of the day, people just want to give their money to something they feel is worthy. And you've already shown them you're worthy as a server. You've already connected in that area. And then they've just watched you hustle your ass off for the last 45 minutes they've been there for everybody's table, including yours. So I think that don't sleep on the hustle. You gotta hustle from the time you get there to the time you go. You gotta show people that you're willing and get it done. So day 2, tip 2 is don't sleep on the hustle. Be a hustler. Be a hustler for yourself. Be a hustler for your team. Be a hustler for the bosses. But most importantly, be a hustler with the customer. Let the customer see there's a sense of urgency. Let them see that they matter, that they're important, and that you're doing everything that you can to make sure everybody, including them, gets food hot, fresh, in a timely manner, that they have a clean table to sit at, that you care. It's just another building. It's another block in this step that you're building, and it's a stairway to money. This staircase we're building, I'm giving you little blocks, and you can skip a block here and there and jump a little higher or work a little harder to get to the next step. But if you put these in order, any order actually, and you will build a beautiful little easy staircase to walk right up to the big pocketbook up there that is your tips. So tip 2, day 2 is hustle. Don't sleep on the hustle. See you tomorrow. Be blessed.